Hey, everybody. You are now tuned into the Blackout, shining a light on Black excellence, activism, and culture. Blacked out by the majority on AfroVibes Radio, the #1 online internet radio station, with your girl, Tequila. Today's special guest is author and motivational speaker, Mr. Bailey Moore, and his brother, Trayshawn Butler. He's a DJ and the owner of Brighter Days Apparel. How are y'all both doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming to my show. So just to start off, why don't you both tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Well, my name is Bailey Moore. I am an author of the two books, Mr. Archie is Missing and Jerry's Gang. I'm also a motivational speaker, and I own my own publishing company called Be More You Publishing.
All right. And what about you, Mr. Butler?
I got shirts and I do DJing and I love music.
Okay. And so what actually made you want to be a DJ?
'Cause it's a lot of things that you have to learn to be it, and it's a little challenging for me. So I love it, and I love the music, and I love how they do the little wheel thingy.
Okay. And you started your t-shirt line, Brighter Days. Why did you pick that name?
Because I want people to have brighter days when they wear my shirt. I want them to feel good.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, you just so handsome. I told him earlier, I just love his curls and his little highlights. He got them frosted, y'all. He just too cool for school. But now we're going to go back to Mr. Bailey Moore. I want you to tell us about what inspired you to be an author, a motivational speaker, and a publisher at such a young age.
Well, the reason why I became an author is just to make sure that kids, for my first book, just to make sure that they respect their peers and their elders. That's what my first book is about. It's about respect, and it's about a boy named Jerry. You know, he's very disrespectful to his peers and teachers, but he goes through an experience which shows how it feels to get messed with and bullied and talked about. He decides if he wants to get the same respect, he needs to start respecting others. My second book is about all of his mentors, and what I basically want, what the message for that book is to basically just say kids need men in their life. And both of these stories,
No, go ahead.
both of these stories are based off of my life, so whatever happens in the book also has happened to me.
Okay, so that's really, really lovely. So what's the best part about being a young black male entrepreneur?
Well,
Or
it's a
just
lot.
having your own business in general. What's the best part about it?
Well, I love being a motivational speaker. I love going to, events. I like to share my story a lot. I love to talk to the kids and tell them about me and what they need in life. So not only does it encourage them, but it also encourages me to do more.
Absolutely. And so how do you feel seeing your brother? He has his books and he goes out and does the motivational speaking for the other kids. Have you had a chance to read the books as well?
Yes, I have one.
What do you like the most about it?
'Cause, it's fun, and I think he'll make a lot of money over it.
Well, I sure hope that he does. You definitely right. We want to make sure we selling products and making money because that's all a part of being an entrepreneur. But that's amazing that your brother's able to read a book and you made it for people that are like you, especially young black boys and girls. They want to be able to read something that they can relate to and people that look like them. Do you feel like that's what you try to do as well when you talk about your mentors? Have these men that other little boys can look up to that may not have mentors in their lives?
Right, yes.
Absolutely. Okay, so how important do you think reading is?
I think it's very important. You mostly need reading in life. You need to, you need to read while you're driving. Like, you need to read the streets. You need to make sure your money's straight. You need to, do documents for work. And also it's very helpful. It helps you with your experience, vocabulary, making sure that you know how to speak
You said
well.
vocabulary.
Make sure you know how to speak correctly, professionally. So, and it's also, I know some kids these days, they don't read as much. And, reading is very important. You need it to excel in schools.
That's definitely right. Literacy is such an important aspect of just being an individual, especially in business, because you want to be able to read and know what you're signing, know who you're working with. That's an important aspect. So alongside of reading, how do you feel like your book helped address a lot of issues that affect children directly?
Well, I think it helps them understand ways to go through those hardships, those hard times, in a way to express their feelings. The way I expressed my feelings was by writing. So they might not write. That might not be their thing, but they might want to be a DJ, do music, or write on little stories, or they might want to do a lot of things very unique.
Now, I know in one of your stories you said you were talking about the little boy was disrespectful and it teaches him how to have manners and to respect his peers and his elders. Do you feel like this book could be able to teach other kids how to be more respectful? And what do you feel like is some of the issues that affect younger kids today?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get out. So that's what the whole book is about. And I know that kids these days, they try to be cool, but you can be cool, but you also have to learn to respect your elders. You can be cool to your friends. Also, you got to show them respect. You got to show loyalty. You got to show respect to your parents for what they do to you. You got to use manners when you're in the classroom, while you're at school. So respect and manners is a life lesson.
Absolutely. It's okay. Go ahead and cut that phone off. Cut it off. Put it on silent. We're going to keep going. He good. Oh, he got a hotline bling. Okay. So we're going to keep on going. So tell us about a little bit about Mr. Archie and him going missing. What is that about?
Well, it's mostly about Jerry, a boy who's very disrespectful to his peers and teachers, but he has a favorite teacher there called Mr. Archie. Mr.
Okay.
Archie is his history teacher. He loves history, and he respects him very well. But he does not respect his peers and his other teachers. But he's also a class clown, so he loves to do pranks. Mm-hmm. That's how he's known as a very disrespectful kid. But one time he goes through an experience. It's not really real, but he goes through an experience of how it feels to get messed with. It's a mystical creature as his teacher, and he's bullying him. He's purposely disrespecting him, getting him in trouble for no reason. And he understands how it feels to get disrespected the same way he disrespects others. So once he realizes this is all fake, but he still learns the lesson. He learns to never trade respect for attention.
Oh, that's beautiful. See, I like that. That's a good kid you raised, Mom.
Thank you.
So humble, too. So another great thing that I read about you online in your bio, it said that you are in the Houston Library's author catalog. How does that feel to be a part of history and legacy?
I was very excited when I first found that out. And when my first book came around and I heard that it was in the Houston Library, I even saw the first person come out with my book when I just came back from an event. That was just very, very exciting, knowing that people actually read my book and they are inspired by it.
What have some of the kids that have read your book said about it to you?
Well, they've said they're very inspired by it, and I know some kids. I went to the school a couple of times, and every year that I go there, they're always excited to see me. They went to the next grade. They even told the kids the grade lower about me, so they were also excited, and I'm just happy that they know about me.
You feel like you're a little celebrity in the Houston area?
Yeah, but a little bit.
That's still good, though. No, but you're doing such a great thing in the community, and I'm glad to hear that because I think a lot of times kids can have to reach out to other kids. Sometimes that's the best way to get to them because they feel like you understand. They feel like they can relate to your stories. And like you said, it's personal for you because you take a little bit of your real life and you put it in books. So another thing is you have the chance to meet the mayor, Sylvester Turner. You introduced political candidate Beto O'Rourke. And at his recent campaign event, what do you hope to accomplish with all these new connections that you've made so far?
Well, I hope I become known as a young author, a motivational speaker, and a publisher that inspires kids all around Houston to do something early, to make sure that they behave, to make sure that they do something good in their life. I want to become that person, that inspires not just only kids, but everyone around Houston.
Now, on the publisher aspect, what made you want to start a publishing business? Because I know you're an author, but is your goal to help other kids publish their books as well?
Yes, I know some kids like me love to write and read, and that's mostly what they do. And I know sometimes they like to put in stories and want to make books, so that's my job. My job is to help other kids publish their books, or we can help them illustrate. We do drawings too. And right now, I've only published my books, but my goal is to start publishing others as well.
Absolutely. And so where can people actually purchase your books that are interested?
You can purchase my book on my website at baileyseymour.com, also on Amazon.
Amazing. And so another great thing that you're doing, you don't just publish your books and just speak, you actually go out in the community and you're active with your giving back. Tell us about your upcoming event, Bowling with Bailey Toy Drive, which you will be donating books to Their Good Deeds Incorporated.
Right. It's a toy and book drive, September 7th, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And we're going to have a book drive, free food. Breakfast Club will be catering. We're going to have a DJ there. And everything is free. 2 hours of free bowling, for the kids. But you must bring a toy or a book so we can donate to Their Good Deeds. And to, the other charity is Two Kids
to Kids Placing Agency.
Yeah, Kids to Kids Placing Agency.
And so why did you choose to work with this specific organization?
Well, I know them. The charities?
Yes.
Well, I know them very well. The owner of Their Good Deeds, Officer Sheldon, I know him very well. I go to his events sometimes, so he inspires me a lot. So I get very excited. I just went to one of his events a couple of weeks ago, and the Kids to Kids Placing Agency. She is my godmother, so I know her very well. I love her so much. She does a lot for me, so I'm very thankful.
How do they feel seeing you just being so positive and so active at such a young age and being an entrepreneur? Because I know I'm pretty sure they're happy to help you. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Happy to help you and just assist you. What do they tell you, especially the adults?
Well, they tell me just to keep on going and don't stop. They encourage me to do better when I make mistakes. They're like Officer Sheldon's like a mentor to me, and of course, my godmother, she's a great mother, so I gotta give her thanks to her. I like you.
So how would you like to encourage change and positivity within your community outside of throwing charitable events? Like, what else would you like to do for the future with the kids?
Well, I'm trying to work on being a tutor, because I'm an all-A student, so I want to tutor kids who need help with their, with school and their grades. So that's also one thing I'm trying to think about. Mm-hmm. And I have a couple of ideas left, but right now I'm just trying to focus on tutoring, and I'm going to continue to inspire kids all around Houston, do more motivational speaking. So that's my goal.
What's your favorite subject?
Reading.
Of course. Yeah, it's going to be reading. What about you?
My favorite subject is science.
Science. Okay, so you're going to be doing the STEM. I feel you. So just sitting here and hearing your brother to talk about his entrepreneurship and his business, what are some things that you plan on doing to follow in his footsteps with your businesses?
Well, first of all, I want to try to get past him.
Hey, competition. Friendly competition. You got to be like that.
Yeah, and I keep doing what you're doing, then I'm going to start me.
So what are some of the designs that you have on your shirt, Brighter Days?
Of course, I got the Brighter Days at the front with the cool emoji. Then at the back, it says, God is always with you.
Oh, why'd you choose that quote?
Because I know if you're having a bad day, God will turn it around.
Absolutely. And so how can people actually purchase your apparel? Or is it going to be coming up soon to be purchased? Okay, so it'll be coming up soon. But I'm sure they'll be able to go through Bailey, too, and learn more about it. That's amazing. So one last question before we get out of here. Let us know what your social media is, again, how they can purchase your books, and just any future upcoming events that you have.
Okay, my Instagram is BeMoreU Publishing. Follow me there, and also the same for Facebook. You can go to my website to order my book and learn more about me at baileyseymour.com. You can also purchase my book on Amazon. And don't forget to come to my my upcoming event, the Bailey Seymour Day event, bowling alley event at U of H. Forgot to mention that.
And what about you? What's your social media? Oh, do you have a social media?
Yes. Yes.
What is it?
I'm starting a business one, but you can follow my personal one at Trayshawn B.
Okay, amazing. Well, you heard it here first. Please go out and support the lovely Mr. Bailey Moore. I thank you so much for coming on our show today, sharing 2 of your lovely books. Again, they're called Jerry's Gang and is it Finding Mr. Archie or
Mr. Archie is missing.
Mr. Archie is missing. So please be sure to buy their books, learn more about him. He's doing such a positive thing in the community. And just thank both of you for allowing us to shine a light on your Black excellence as well today. And thank you, Mom, because you made sure you put this all together. I'm so appreciative that you just, you got back with me. So I seen him online. I saw what he was doing. I was like, I got to bring him onto the show because I love the kids, especially when they're trying to get ownership at such a young age. And it starts with the parents. So you're doing a beautiful thing, keeping them on track. So you're a great mom. Thank you for bringing them here. And thank you all for tuning in. We got to go to a quick commercial break. But when we return, you guys are still shining a light on Black excellence, activism, and culture with your girl Tequila right here on The Blackout on AfroVibes Radio Houston.